And this one is a head-to-head MOBA style game where players are going to be divided into two teams, light and shadow, and players are going to be fighting against each other, trying to be the first to destroy their opponent's base. Each team's base is going to be on the opposite end of the board, but players cannot deal damage to that base until they first destroy the towers that protect it. But once those towers are destroyed, the base does still have a little bit of protection because it can only take a maximum of 1 damage per attack, no matter how strong that attack is. And also the bases can have some retaliatory abilities that when they are attacked, they'll inflict some sort of counterattack against their attackers. But this is a game that plays over a series of rounds, with one of the teams having priority for that round, which does give them special privileges and favor in certain situations. At the start of each round, each team does have the opportunity to buy new items and gear for their heroes, but it's the priority team that gets first dibs. Items give special abilities or bonuses to your heroes, but each hero can only be assigned 1 item of each color. The colors represent the different types of boosts that they give, such as offense, defense, speed, or lane control. Players then move into the planning phase where you're going to be assigning plan cards to your heroes, and then those plan cards are going to be simultaneously revealed with the heroes acting in the initiative order. If there's a tie, then it's the team that has the priority that gets to decide who goes first. But players will be able to spend action points or movement points in order to perform any amount of actions in any order. You can move to adjacent areas, attack enemies within range, cast spells to play cards from your hand, or finally you can choose to pass if you have no more actions to play or if you want to end your turn early. After players have performed their actions, it then moves into the minions phase, where minions are automatically going to spawn according to each lane's conditions, but keeping your minions alive in a lane does allow them to spawn more quickly in the future. Each minion is going to automatically move forward if there's no enemies blocking them, but if there is, then it's going to attack any minions, heroes, or towers in their way, and if a minion does reach the base, then it will attack the base. Certain locations out on the board, depending on which side of the board you're playing with, can also grant you with different resources for having your heroes in those locations. But teams are only going to be activating 1 hero each per turn, and anytime that a hero is activated, it's going to get exhausted, and the turns continue until all of the heroes reach that state, and then that's going to be triggering the end of the round, where you'll then go ahead and unexhaust all of your heroes. But if any of your heroes were defeated during that round, instead of getting exhausted, they're going to have to respawn, and they do respawn in an exhausted state. The rounds do continue like this, except for one small change after the first round, because the Outsider is going to be added into play. The Outsider is a special neutral character that can get in the player's way, but players can choose to try and fight it for powerful bonuses or even to tame the creature itself and have it fight on their behalf. If all that sounds interesting to you, you can go ahead and check this one out, and I will have it linked in the description down below.